अच्छा, मैं इसलिए डिस्कस करें हम लोग रिएक्शन ऑफ अल्कोहल का। देखो, सबसे पहले फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कंबशन है। ठीक है, कंबशन ऑफ अल्कोहल में क्या होता है कि अल्कोहल इज रिएक्टिंग विद व्हाट? अल्कोहल इज रिएक्टिंग विद ऑक्सीजन। व्हेन इट इज रिएक्टिंग विद ऑक्सीजन, इट इज चेंजिंग इनटू व्हाट? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर. All that comes in paper is then how to balance it. So how can you balance? So अच्छा, सबसे पहले for example, let's do this one with me. CH3OH, ये हो गया methanol. Methanol का आपने react करवाया with oxygen. It is changed into what? Carbon dioxide and water. So whatever it will be reacting with oxygen and changing into carbon dioxide and water. First of all, see carbon. Here the carbons are balanced. We want to check that. 3 plus 1, 4. So that means I put a 2 over here. 2 plus 2, 1, 2 is 2 is 4. Then oxygen 2, 3 oxygens over here. Here, if you say 2 and 2, 4 oxygens. So you put it, we need to balance it. So how can we balance it? Got it. 2 plus 1, 3 oxygens over here, and 2 and 2, 4 oxygens over here. So if I need to balance it, how can I do that? So I want 4 oxygens on this side as well. For that, what we can do is if we put a 3 upon 2 over here. So now 3 upon 2 into 2 means 2 to cancel ho jayega, and 3 plus 1 oxygen is 4. So that's how you can balance these equations as well. Next reaction is substitution reaction. Substitution reaction can be done with hydrogen halide. It can be done with phosphorus trichloride, pentachloride, and SOCl2. Now, what happens is that let's suppose we are doing the reaction of ethanol, and ethanol's reaction with what? HCl. It will break into what? H plus and Cl minus. From ethanol, क्या होता है? The carbon will be detached and the hydroxide ion will be detached. Now, this negative hydroxide ion and positive hydrogen will combine together to form what? Water. This negative chloride ion will be attached with this carbon and this form what? Chloroethane. Similarly, in PCl3, phosphorus will be separated and three chloride ions will be separated. Hydroxide and phosphorus combine together to form what? Phosphoric acid. This chloride ion will be attached with this carbon in the place of this. Basically, substitution means we are substituting what? We are substituting the hydroxide ion with a halide. Now, that halide can be chloride, can be bromide in general. So, from alcohol, generally, we are changing into what? We are changing into halogen alkanes. This is what we are doing. Okay, now in PCl5, so here the scenario will remain the same, that carbon plus and hydroxide negative ion. However, in this case, it will be PCl3 will be separated and two chlorines will be detached. Out of this, one will going to be attached over here. The one will going to attach with the hydrogen and form hydrogen chloride. POCl3, phosphorus oxychloride, is the third product that we're going to form. This is called thionyl chloride. When thionyl chloride will react with the ethanol, what we got chloroethane, HCl, and SO2. The more you will practice this, the more that will be on your fingertips. So see, these are the equations. You can always pause the video and you can see that how to practice these equations. Before we do iodoform reaction, just to reiterate that why are we doing it iodoform reaction? Because we need a differentiation between primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Primary means when one alkyl radical, when two alkyl radicals, secondary, when tertiary, three alkyl radicals. Tertiary alkyl radical is very easy to identify. It gives no color change. However, the primary and secondary alcohols, they are difficult to identify. Why? Because they both were going to give a green. So a test can be done, which is of iodoform reaction. What happens in iodoform reaction? There'll be a product form which is called triiodomethane. Okay. And it forms what? It forms a yellow precipitate. So if the result of this test will be positive, that means secondary alcohols are present. Um, and if it will be negative, that means the presence was not there. What do we do is basically we take methyl ketones. And in step number one, the reaction will be in the presence of iodine, sodium hydroxide, and its halogenation. And it will give us what? RCOCl3. And then is hydrolysis. And then yet again in the presence of NaOH, which is aqueous. And it will change into what? It will change into this. And at the end, we get what? Methyl iodide. Methyl iodide, if yellow precipitates are formed, that means it is present. Let's suppose that we did a reaction of butanol. Let's suppose. I'm removing this. You can always pause it and go back and see what was it. So let's suppose I did a reaction of 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. OH. It's butane to rest hydrogens are attached. It is what? It is butane to ol. And this is a secondary alcohol. On oxidation, it will give me what? It will give me a ketone. This was a secondary alcohol. This can be further explained by what? The iodoform reaction. It can be further treated with, in the presence of iodine and sodium hydroxide halogenation. At the beginning, it will give me this product. Further, when it is being reacted in the hydrolyzed in the presence of sodium hydroxide, the end product should be methyl iodide with a yellow precipitate. That means it represents the conformation of secondary alcohol. So these are all the reactions of alcohol along with the production as well.